Yeah, it's a good win for us. We know it would be a tough game, close game, contrasting styles obviously in the game. And, I thought we played well. I told our guys we had to win that game. Sorry, I catch my breath. I was going up those stairs. We had to win that game doing several different things. I mean, there was times in that game we needed to full court press and be aggressive. Times in the game we needed to run in transition. Times we needed to run zone. And times we needed to execute in the half court. I thought our guys answered the bell. We were in a pretty comfortable spot up there, up 12. And then Pitt made a run right back at us and got the lead. That's happened to us in a couple games this year, and we hadn't been able to overcome that. But our goal with our team, we want to win both halves and play aggressive, and we did that. And I was proud of our team for being able to do that and stay aggressive through the adversity and losing that lead. So good win for us. I think Pitt, obviously well-coached team, tough team, half-court defense, grinder team. Always hard to win in here, so glad we got it done.
Did you change anything about the press at halftime? You got a couple of turnovers there early in the second half.
Well, we just said we got to be more aggressive and we got to amp up our pressure and get more traps off. Like that's what we had talked about. Like they're very comfortable in a half-court game. Like we got to be us at all times. And look, I mean, we can't play, afraid to live. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't play that way. That's just a recipe for it's a recipe for losing. But I would tell you, there's no worse way to lose than being afraid to playing not to lose. And so, like, if you're going to win on the road, man, you got to be aggressive. And if it doesn't work, I can live with that, but I can't live with not trying to win.
You guys slowed Barry Dunning down in the second half, at least for a big chunk of it. What adjustments did you make?
We just tried to get up under him. Obviously, he's a good shooter. He's an Alabama kid. I've watched him play since we played against him in the state championship game one year, I believe, when he was a 10th grader or something. So I've seen him play for a long time. Jakari Lane's an Alabama kid. Has played against him before. So obviously he's a really good player. I tried to recruit him when I was at Sanford, but we didn't have the budget all the high majors did. But good player. He only got one three-point attempt off, which is good by us, but he had 18 points. This is a good place for him. He's playing his best basketball he's played of his career. Had 12 rebounds as well, so it's a good game by Barry.
Pitt had a 16-0 run there after you guys were leading by 12. Just how'd you overcome that?
Poise, I think our zone helped us at times in that game just to kind of throw it off. And I think it was sparked by Jakari Lane. Had a big steal there to gap the momentum. We got a couple buckets in transition, and we got our mojo back. But anytime you see a run broken, it comes because you find a way to stop them, right? And we were able to find a way to get stops. And that's we're not the most physically imposing team. You can see us out there. We're a little undersized. And we had to fight, and in that segment we were able to get stops and clean the glass. And that was a problem for us throughout the game, was cleaning the glass when we had a clean stop.
Seems like Aggie does a little bit of something different for you every night, just looking at his box scores. But is what he did tonight, a double-double and scoring as much as he did, is that what you expect out of him?
He's our most valuable forward down there because he's a double-double machine. People just have a knack for rebounding. Like see ball, get ball, that's Rashawn. And he plays so much taller than he is, and his wingspan is obviously tremendous. But Rashawn has that, alpha mentality, like this is my house, and that's a lot. If you see the great rebounders, Charles Barkley, Dennis Rodman, like that's really what they have. It's just a mindset, that he thinks he's the baddest dude in the gym. And when you have that, others kind of rally around that, and it helps you a lot, particularly on the road.
Coach, why do you think Pitt was able to make those runs against you in the first half and the second half? What were some of the things they were doing that you noticed?
Yeah, well, I think first we didn't score, so they were stopping us. So they were able to not be taking out of the net every possession where our pressure's on them. So I think their defense was really pretty good in those spots. It was a game back and forth of us switching the ball screen and not switching it. So it was just back and forth, like trying to figure this out. And they were able to exploit matchups when they did that, but most importantly, they were able to get stops, get out and run some, and not have to deal with 94 feet of defense.
I was curious, at the beginning you said you felt like this would be a contrasting styles between the two teams. How would you describe the two styles and kind of how they played off each other?
Well, we're obviously a more up-tempo team than they are. If you look at all the tempo analysis ratings, we're more of a full-court team. They're more of a half-court team. I don't think that's anything that anybody doesn't know. We didn't impose our will in the full court, and I was really disappointed when we went into halftime talking about that. And then we came out the second half, and we got the game going. That's when we went on our run. right? So I think that's the biggest deal for our team, particularly, is we got to know who we are. And I always say this to our guys, like, look, you can amp it up on the pressure, and they may score some points, right? I mean, it's going to happen. They got a couple layups. I think they had a dunk. But dang sure, guess what? They scored about freaking, 60 in the half court. Sometimes you get a layup in the press, it's like people think, well, guess what? They may have scored anyway. So I had to convince our guys at halftime, and let's get more aggressive, take some chances to get the game up and down. And so we had it during that segment. Now, when they were stopping us and they could get into their stuff, the tempo was in their favor.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
The biggest difference in the game, boys, our guys went 20-22 from the free throw line, 91%. Probably different, so
You can go back.
appreciate y'all.